No room left for Mexico or for Canada. They go into effect tomorrow. And China also had an additional 10, so it's 10 plus 10.
10 tariffs takes effect. It'll be 20% on China now. How high are you willing to go against China?
Well, I can't say it.
If the U.S. has ulterior motives and insists on fighting a tariff war, trade war, or any other war, China will respond in kind.
Donald Trump has struck again. Global stock markets are in turmoil because the U.S. president is escalating his trade war. Starting today, imports from Mexico, Canada, and China will face higher taxes in the United States. Canada and China have hit back with retaliatory tariffs. Mexico, too, plans to counter the U.S. But for the wider global economy, Trump's trade war spells chaos. Although, of course, Trump does not see it in that way. He believes that he's punishing those who took advantage of America.
It's going to be very costly for people to take advantage of this country. They can't come in and steal our money and steal our jobs and take our factories and take our businesses and expect not to be punished. And they're being punished by tariffs.
If you want to sell in America, build in America. That is the message from President Donald Trump. And these are the taxes that he has imposed. Goods from Canada and Mexico face 25% tariff, 25% for Canada and Mexico. Chinese imports will be taxed at 20%, and these tariffs are already in effect. They're already in place. So for all imports from these three countries, Mexico, Canada, and China, higher taxes already apply. Now let's tell you about the goods that will be impacted. More than 40% of all U.S. imports, that's 40%, that's roughly $1.5 trillion worth of goods. These are products that America imports every year, involving nearly all sectors of the U.S. economy, from retail to the restaurant business, to car manufacturing, consumer electronics, even agricultural products. Trump's tariffs are likely to hit everyone and everywhere. So how can they be avoided? According to Donald Trump, there is only one way out. Build your factories in America. Commit to more investment in the U.S. During his address yesterday, Trump targeted both Mexico and Canada on this.
I would just say this to people in Canada or Mexico: if they're going to build car plants, the people that are doing them are much better off building here, because we have the market. We're the market where they sell the most.
Remember, Trump has tried to punish Mexico and Canada before. He did it last month, imposed these same tariffs, but then they struck last-minute deals and the crisis was averted. This time, though, there were no negotiations. President Trump simply announced the new taxes and gave no time to U.S. allies to reason with him. So now they're responding in kind. Canada was the first to impose retaliatory tariffs.
Let's be clear. If Trump is imposing tariffs, we're ready. We are ready with $155 billion worth of tariffs, and we're ready with the first tranche of tariffs, which is $30 billion, which is already known.
A short while back, we heard from Mexico as well. Just like Canada, they plan to counter Trump tariffs with retaliatory taxes. And China is doing the same thing. Beijing has imposed countermeasures. It is targeting a range of American imports, from agriculture to food products. China plans to levy a 15% tariff on them. And it may not stop there. China could also raise these taxes or target more American imports. It has declared that it is prepared to fight back.
We are willing to resolve international concerns through dialogue and consultation with the U.S. on the basis of mutual respect, equality, and reciprocity. However, we will never accept pressure or threats and will firmly safeguard our national sovereignty, security, and development interests.
So Trump is ramping up pressure. Mexico, Canada, and China are countering with tit-for-tat moves. There is no room for doubt. Trump's America is waging a full-blown trade war, that too on multiple fronts. Trump supporters back him, of course. They see this as a tough but necessary step to create jobs. But Trump's policies will strain American households too. U.S. tariffs are at their highest since 1943. They would push up household expenses significantly by as much as $2,000 a year. Stock markets are feeling the pain. Soon after Trump's announcement, America's biggest stock market indices tanked. Dow Jones and S&P fell by more than 1%, and global markets are reeling. UK's FTSE 100 was trading in the red this afternoon. Same with the Asian stocks. Indian markets also took a hit. The Nifty 50 reported losses. This index tracks India's top 50 companies, and it has been struggling. The Nifty has fallen for 10 straight days now, which is the longest losing streak in 3 decades. 5 out of 13 major sectors recorded losses. Experts say Trump's actions are pressuring Indian markets, and Trump says he's not done yet. So brace for more turmoil, because the US president plans to expand his tariffs and target more American partners.
Merci beaucoup. Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Namaste, Mr. President.
Bharat ke logon ko meri namaste.
How many people generally follow you in interviews?
Typically in a month, we have viewers up to 150 million. That's more than twice the population of France. And in the last 2 years, we had 3 billion viewers. So I say, Laurent, this is your chance to be famous. You're on Firstpost. One word to describe your equation with Prime Minister Modi.
Amitié.
As India and France work together, are you creating a new era of non-alignment in the technology space?
India is a training superpower. 1 million engineers a year, more than all of Europe and the US combined. So we have that partnership. We have a partnership on the environment and the economy. We also have civilian nuclear programs, and that is something we've developed far beyond the France-India relationship. So we want to work together on AI.
And then comes China with its DeepSeek, creating models at a fraction of the cost. Did that innovation take you by surprise? Did that breakthrough make you sit up and think, what did the Chinese do and how?
But what did DeepSeek do? They took everything that was already available from the last AI model, and then they recalibrated it.
So are you going to ban Chinese AI in France?
So we don't have this American approach of banning tech because of where it comes from.